Hey, what's up everybody? This is Jumpin here, and today I'm going to be continuing my series, Fun with Guns. This is going to be episode 13. Now, one thing I want to say right away, this episode is going to be surrounded by a little bit of controversy, just because I have chosen to do the M-11 Wraith, where the Wraith did not win this Fun with Guns. The votes actually voted for the Predator pistol, but guess what, guys? I am not using the fucking Predator pistol. That is what's going to happen. I mean, for real. I just feel like you guys have been trolling me for the last 3 weeks. Come on now. Do you guys really want to see the Predator pistol? Nobody uses this gun after about 2 days of playing the game because you're going to have other better handguns and just better guns in the game. So there's no point to show the Predator pistol. Now, the Wraith, this is a gun that not everybody has. And I'm sure a lot of people are curious about, and it's been getting votes like crazy for like the last 6 weeks. So this is the gun that I'm going to do and it is a very good gun. It's one of my favorite guns in the whole game, so I definitely want to do it. All right, so for the attachments I recommend for this gun, it's going to be the shredder mod and the extended barrel. Now here's my build. A little bit different than a lot of my Solarian Infiltrators, but I really love this build. All right, for tactical cloak, I'm going to go for damage, recharge speed, and then bonus power. That's pretty standard for most non-sniper infiltrators. Now here's where it gets a little interesting. Energy drain, I like radius. Drain, pretty standard for drain. And then finally armor boost. I recommend armor boost for a Solarian Infiltrator shotgun build, which by the way is my favorite class in the whole game. Solarian shotgun, I love it. Now normally I recommend damage, but in this case, I do recommend armor boost. This is a close range, in their face, aggressive, playing like build in the game. So you need your armor boost for defense. Alright, for Solarian Operative, I recommend weapons damage, power damage, and then weapons damage. You know, the weapons damage is gonna matter. This gun weighs a lot, but doesn't really weigh that much. It's hard to explain. For fitness, I like fitness on this build, so I go for all shields. You need your fitness, guys. Proxy mine is a great power, I know, but my playstyle, I just will not use it if I'm using a shotgun. I'm going to just constantly drain and drain and drain for stunning and killing them with a shotgun. Alright, now for the equipment, I'm going to use Warp Rounds 4, Shotgun Rail Amp 3, Shield Booster 3, and then finally Power Amplifier 4. I really recommend Power Amp for this build, for the shotgun, because if you're going to use armor boost, if you want the ability to take down enemy shields in one energy drain, the damage that you're going to lose from not taking damage in the 6th evolution of energy drain is going to be literally made up by the power amp. I believe power amp 4 is 40% damage. So when you think about it, you might lose that 40% damage, but you're just going to get it right back from the power amplifier. So it's really like you didn't lose anything. Alright. For this gameplay today, it's going to be on Firebase Glacier versus Reapers on Gold. Unfortunately, I was playing Unknown, and we got Reapers. This build's a lot more effective against Geth or against Cerberus just because of the energy drain armor boost. I mean, you're a tank. Pretty much every enemy you can drain on Gold, and you get 40% damage protection on top of the Solarian having a decent amount of shields. So, you know, I mean, that's just what it is. Unfortunately, we got Reapers, but this guy is really good against, I mean, it's a Solarian Infiltrator, guys. He's good against everything. He's one of the best characters in the whole game, if not the best. It really is up for debate, but in my opinion, this is the best character in the game. And my favorite way to play with him is to strap a shotgun on him. And if you guys were wondering what I feel about this gun, I love this gun. I think this is one of my favorite guns in the whole game, to be honest. Just because, the main reason I mean, there's a couple things I don't like about this gun. I'll get into that. But the main thing about this gun is that it is just a very consistent, very, you know, well-rounded shotgun. And it just has a lot of damage. So that's something that's amazing. Like I said, there's a couple downsides to the gun. But overall, it is a very, very good gun. And I recommend it on a lot of different classes. You could use this on a Geth Infiltrator. You can use this on any close range. You can use this on any class that you want to run around with a shotgun with. Its weight is not that bad, especially as you level it up. I think it tops out at like 170% or 180% total like recharge speed. That's really good. So, like I said, overall, it is an excellent gun. It is a fantastic gun, and I also use this gun in my gameplay of me soloing gold. So I'll put a link in the description and the annotations if you guys want, if you haven't seen that yet. And this was the gun I used. So you know, it's just I use this gun because overall, when you're going to try something like soloing gold, you need something that is reliable, something that you know you can play well with, and something that you know, it just has overall good stats, which this gun does. It just has really amazing stats. Now, let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about the bad things about this gun, the things I don't like. The main thing I don't like is the 2 bullets. Now, I know that's a little greedy because it's kind of a cross between its counterpart, and you guys know what that is. It's the other shotgun. And then it's a cross between that shotgun and the Claymore. The other one has 3 bullets, the Claymore has 1 bullet. Well, this thing has 2 bullets. This thing does not have as much damage as the Claymore, but it almost does, but it has more damage than the other shotgun. So that's the way to think about it. Unfortunately, though, the problem with this gun is that you really can't reload cancel this gun easily. I mean, it has a really good reload time. By the way, I just want to say this real quick. I'm going to just start, at this position I'm going to stand at, I'm going to just start wrecking. You're going to see, like, an unbelievable kill feed from me, like non-stop. I'm gonna kill all these cannibals and all these enemies over here, and for some reason they're just gonna keep spawning and just keep spawning over here, and I'm just gonna keep killing them. It's pretty sick. But anyway, like I was saying, that's one of the downsides, is to me at least, is that I don't like the fact it only has 2 bullets. It does kind of feel like a boomstick though, pretty much like a double barrel shotgun, and that's really cool. But because it only has 2 bullets, you do have to reload this gun a lot. And even though it has a fast reload, it just feels like I just wish I didn't have to reload this thing as much. Because since you can't really reload cancel it, and the reason why you can't reload cancel, if you guys were wondering, is because of the way the animation of the reload. It's weird. Like the Paladin and the Carnifex, I don't think you can reload cancel those either because of the animation. Where guns like the Javelin, the Widow, and the Claymore can easily be reload canceled because the animations like almost fixed are really amazing for doing it. Where with this gun, the animation is just like, you know, there you go, like you have reloaded your gun. I mean, that's one of the downsides. Now, it wouldn't be that big of a problem. The whole reload thing would not be a big problem at all with this gun if this gun would register better. That's the other main issue. This gun feels like, I mean, it has a ridiculous amount of power, but like right there, you might have seen it. Sometimes you'll see it, sometimes you won't, but what you will see is that I will point blank shoot a cannibal or an enemy just square in the face. I'm talking about the whole reticle was around his face, and any other shotgun would have killed him, but for some reason this shotgun just does not register the same way. I don't understand like why it does that, but it does do that, and because of that, it just feels like a lot of times you're gonna have to shoot both bullets at one enemy to get a kill. So that means pretty much you're gonna have to reload. You know, that's the downside. When you combine the fact it does not register properly, or something's going on with the way of the spread of the shotgun. I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but something's going on there. Because of that alone, you're gonna have to reload this gun a lot, and it just kind of becomes a pain. But overall, like, it's still a really good gun, because that's not consistent. Like, sometimes you will totally kill an enemy, one shot, boom, it's dead. Other times, you'll shoot it point blank and they won't die. Alright, so this is going to be wave 4. I'm going to bust out my rockets just to rocket the bottom. This is pretty much the same way you might have seen in the speed run on this map. It's pretty much the way I only play this map now, is to... I don't really speed run it all the time, because this is just a casual game. We were just playing for fun. We weren't like going super try-hard mode. Well, maybe I was, but they weren't, my teammates, so... But overall, you know, we were trying to beat it quickly, because the truth of the matter is, the faster you can beat gold, the more games you're going to be able to play of gold. I mean, in one night, if you took 30 minutes to play a gold game every single time, then that's going to, you know, cut off a lot of, when you add it, let's say you play for 3 hours straight, that's what, 10 games in 3 hours or something? I don't really know, but it's something like that. You can only play so many games in 10 hours if it takes you 30 minutes. If it only takes you 20 minutes or 15 minutes, now that was ridiculous. That was definitely one of the coolest dodges I've ever got on a brute. I felt like a pimp after that. I even called it out. I was like, oh shit. Like, wow, that was really cool. Anyway, right here I'm going to eat my swarmers. I was thinking about using an op pack, but luckily they didn't actually kill me. And my health actually recharged a little bit. Alright, so right here, I'm going to bust on my rocket to try to rocket, but yeah, I'm actually going to do it too. Sometimes the enemies won't spawn at the bottom if you... It's just odd. Like, it's really weird sometimes. Just depends on where you stand. Now, someone was asking me, can I explain how to force spawns, or how to make the enemy spawn in one particular area? I would try to explain that to you guys, but unfortunately, I just don't have the time to do it. The downside is that to do that, I'm gonna have to pretty much tell you every map. Like, I would have to tell you every single map, and that's just gonna take way too long to do that, and I won't remember to do it every time. But I can tell you this: once you learn where the enemies spawn, let's say there's 5 key points on the map that enemies will normally spawn, which on this map there's about 5 key points where they will spawn. There is 4 people on your squad. If you can have the 4 people stand in 4 of those spots, you're gonna force a spawn. And I was really afraid I was gonna get grabbed right there, but you will force a spawn to be in that last spot. I mean, all the enemies, or the huge majority of the enemies, are going to spawn in that one spot. So if you have the guy who's the closest to that area run to that spot and rocket it at the start of the wave, it's going to cut down the time on the whole wave like crazy. Because what's going to happen is that the enemies are going to, of course, spawn in different spots after you do that. But the good thing, and the really good thing, is, I mean, you're going to kill like 10 enemies in one rocket. That's crazy. Like, that's insane. And if you can immediately find the next spawn point, one of your other teammates can rocket the next spawn point. And I mean, it just really will cut down the time on the waves. That's the best way to tell you. That's every map. Just learn the spawns. Just from playing the game, you will learn the spawns. And normally on every map, there's about 4 to, well, mainly, yeah, I would say 5. There's about 5 key spawn points. And that's it. Like, on almost every map, it's about 5 key spawn points. If you can learn the spawn points, and if you're working together with some teammates or some friends, and you want to block spawns, you just gotta say, or talk about it, and figure out who's gonna stand where. It's like, you know, setting up. You would set up the map. And by doing that, it will help you with speed running. It will help you with beating gold quickly, or just beating gold in general. Rockets on gold will make gold easier. It's that simple. So alright, that's something to think about, guys. It's something I wanted to bring up in this video because someone asked, and I thought, why not talk about it a little bit. Let me go ahead and get back into this gun, though. As you can see, this gun is amazing. It really is. If it registers properly, which really comes down to the way you aim it. Sometimes, I think what it is that sometimes, even when the reticle's deadly on, like if you put the reticle dead on them, it will register like it wasn't totally on them. Like half the pellets will hit them, and it won't kill them one shot. Other times, it will. So, the main thing to do with this gun is, I wouldn't recommend hip firing this gun. The way I, it's gonna sound really weird to some of you guys, but the way I play with shotguns, especially on infiltrators in this game, I quick scope with them. That's the best way. Like, you know, that might sound weird. Quick scope with a shotgun? Well, yeah. I mean, I just kind of like line up my shot through my hip fire, and like right here, I lined it up to put it like dead on them, and then I aimed in and I jerked the stick to be exactly where the enemy is. and it just is going to improve your accuracy like a ton. Now right here, I'm going to get a grab, and then see the husk. I'm like, why not? Let's get another grab. It's been a long time since I've gotten 3 grabs in a game, to be honest. It's been a very long time. I just do not go for grabs anymore. And right there, I just got 4 grabs. Like the husk made it 4. So I was kind of thinking to myself, I need to try to get 5 grabs. It's just been a long time. Like, I don't really know. Like, it used to be I used to try to get grabs if possible, because getting grabs, and then I got my final grab right there. But if you couldn't see, like, if you didn't see that, rewind it. That was the weirdest grab I've ever got. Now, sometimes when you get a grab, it will be really laggy, really glitchy, mainly due to like someone hitting it with a power of some sort, like a charge or a stasis can really lag up your grab. But right there, like, I don't think nobody hit it with nothing. It just was just really weird looking. So check it out. Anyway, though, pretty much, let me go back to the gun though, because that's really the point of this series and the point of this episode. I really recommend this class, guys. I really would. Solarian Infiltrator Shotgun, favorite in the whole game. It really is. I would, this is like my tryhard class. Like, if I really wanted to try hard in this game, which I really don't try hard much, but when I do want to try hard, I play with this class. And the reason why I'm doing so amazing in this game and I'm just raking the shit out the enemies is because this is my tryhard class. Like, just Solarian Infiltrator Shotgun is my tryhard class. So every time I play with this class, I try hard. Like, that's the best way to think about it. When you have a tryhard, let's say you play Call of Duty, or you play, Call of Duty is a good example, and you have a certain class, like a certain gun with a certain class, that's your tryhard class, I guess. You know, like, oh, I'm going to use this SMG on this particular class. This is my tryhard class. Every time you play with the class, you're going to probably try hard, because you're just used to it being your tryhard class, and that's the way this game is for me with this class. This is definitely my tryhard class. And you know, it's awesome. Like, I really love the Solarian Infiltrator with the shotgun, and this is one of the better shotguns to put on him. You could put the Claymore on him. Unfortunately, though, about the Claymore is that the thing about this build is about not dying, which I haven't died yet, as you can see. It's about not dying, and it's also about just about doing a lot of close range aggressive offense. That's really the way to think about it. And infiltrators can stay alive very easily. When you have energy drain on top of that, that's going to really help you stay alive. When you have armor boost on top of that, yeah, you're going to be tanky. You're going to be somewhat tanky. You're not going to be like a Krogan, but you're going to at least be way more tanky than a Solarian with damage. So, I mean, that's just the way to think about it, guys. It's an amazing class overall. Now, Proxy Mine is good, but I know there's going to be people who are like, oh, Jumpin', you got to use Proxy Mine. Duh! Proxy Mine is good, guys. I use it all the time on the Gaff Infiltrator. I love it. But personally, on the Solarian, I literally just like Energy Drain. There's no other power I want to use ever. Like, Proxy Mine is a great debuff power, does a lot of damage. It's good, but is it? I mean, it's just not, to me. I spam the crap out of Energy Drain. Everything I see, I will Energy Drain, so I will stun it. You stun an enemy, it's gonna make it 1,000 times easier to just shoot it in the face with a shotgun. That's what it is. It's the same. I've been playing, like, since the demo. I came up with, like, the first class I ever really thought about making or doing something somewhat special or unique was Solarian Infiltrator with a shotgun. My first shotgun I ever put on him was the Claymore. I liked it, but the downside of that is that he needs his recharge speed to be decent, just because when you use it, you have to be able to cloak a lot, and also energy drain a lot, so you can stay alive forever. Like, that's just kind of the idea. I mean, every time I play with this class, I can go flawless so easily, just because it's so easy to stay alive, in my opinion. I mean, with me at least, I can stay alive. I'm not going to give you guys false hopes like, oh, if you guys want to go flawless every time, use this class. But you can, believe me, you can go flawless. I mean, my buddy Drew, I think everybody knows Drew is not as good as I am, but Drew has went flawless using this exact same build, because, you know, I told him about, or he likes my Solarian Infiltrator build, and he used to use it like crazy until he got really into the Geth. Drew is the biggest Geth fan you will ever see in your life, but before that, he used like for a long time, he just used Solarian Infiltrator with a shotgun, because he knew how good it was, and he's went flawless before using that class. So, all right, so this is gonna be wave 10. We're gonna get targets, which was awesome because targets just is gonna make life so much easier. I mean, as you can see, I'm gonna be fighting like this group of like brutes and ravagers, and literally by the time I get done killing all these enemies, this objective's gonna be done. That's just what targets is. I mean, targets will just spawn always in the same, especially on this map, will spawn always so close together. And if you have rockets, which of course we have a lot of rockets, really I've been the only one rocking this whole game, but you know, we all had a lot of rockets, and yeah, look, boom, we're already done with the objective. Now all they have to do is just rocket the final 2 Banshees, and life is just going to be, well, not life, but this game's just going to be so much easier. This wave at least is going to be so much easier. And what's awesome is I haven't died yet. And I was, oh yeah, flawless time. Here we go. Flawless fun with guns. I don't even think I've ever had one of these before, but you know, I definitely wanted to keep my flawless going. So I'm gonna start to play at this point a little bit more conservatively, just because, you know, I like to play aggressive no matter what. I really do. I mean, I don't even care. Like, if I like to play aggressive no matter what. But I also, if it's like wave 11, I have a flawless. I definitely want to try to continue my flawless if possible. So that was totally the idea. Alright, before this gameplay is over, if I was going to rate this gun on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 9. The reason why I would not give this gun a 10 is because, and the only reason, is because of the things I talked about. The first reason is because it only has 2 bullets, and like, I really don't mind the fact it only has 2 bullets. It's just that if the gun would register properly every single time, you wouldn't have to reload it as much, and you just have to reload this gun so much. That's really the biggest problem with the gun, is those 2 reasons. The ammo capacity, and the fact you have to, it doesn't register properly all the time. You don't get like the bang for your buck. Now, if you couldn't tell earlier, we just knocked one of our teammates loose, and right here, yeah, we're gonna knock another one of our guys loose because of how much damage we do with our guns. I think we have a Geth Claymore on our team, and I have this super overpowered Wraith. So I mean, it's amazing. Right here, we're gonna push down to the room just because that room just got so cluttered. We had to push down a little bit. But anyway, guys, you know, like I said, I do recommend this gun. I definitely recommend this class. I didn't use the Predator pistol. Please don't vote for stupid shit like that anymore, because I'm just gonna refuse to do it. Like, it's one thing to say use the Eagle, which is another really shitty gun. It's one thing to say use the Eagle because I'm sure people are interested in that, but there's no way you guys are really interested in seeing the Predator pistol. Because anyone who is, like, unless you're brand new to this game, if you're brand new, I get it, but if you're not brand new, yeah, there's no way you really want to see that. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this gameplay. Remember to leave a comment and tell me what gun you want to see next for next week. Yeah, that's going to be pretty much it. So please comment, guys. Please like. Please subscribe. And like always, have a nice day.